I've just approved an emergency declaration for Iowa, who had an incredible windstorm like probably they've never seen before. It really did a lot of damage. So I've informed the governor, I've informed Senator Grassley and Senator Joni Ernst.
Iowa now set to receive nearly $4 billion in federal aid, the vast majority, $3.78 billion to cover agriculture losses, $100 million for private utilities, $82 million for homes, and $45 million for public assistance. According to FEMA, public assistance typically reimburses local governments for the cost of debris removal and other repair work. And while farmers will get more than $3.5 billion to help cover losses, their crops are already insured. In fact, last year, the Farm Bureau reported that 93% of Iowa's corn acres and 94% of soybean acres were insured. Governor Kim Reynolds tonight is defending the turnaround for her team to request a presidential disaster proclamation to get help for thousands of Iowans. The application was sent in last night and approved by the president today. Governor Reynolds says usually local officials assess the damage and communicate with the state their needs.
And in order to let the locals continue to focus on really restoring power and removing the debris, we were able to work outside of the box with FEMA, located at the state, to use some of the satellite images to really turn this around in a relatively quickly manner, to be able to validate with the resources that we had the amount of destruction that would qualify us for the major disaster declaration that brings a lot of additional resources to the state of Iowa.
FEMA representatives were on the ground today in Cedar Rapids and other parts of eastern Iowa to assess the damage. Housing Secretary Ben Carson is expected to be in the state in the next few weeks to look at housing help, according to the governor. Meanwhile, a White House official confirmed President Trump plans to travel to Cedar Rapids tomorrow. He'll meet with Governor Reynolds to discuss their response to the derecho and with Iowans affected by the storm. In one area hit by the derecho, Jasper County. Today, residents still working to clean up the mess left behind. Local 5's Rachel Droz takes us to see the progress being made there.
A lot of cleanup has already been done here in Jasper County, but there is still a lot to go. Now, the county is offering a special service to its residents. People can come here to drop off debris on their property, and they'll take care of burning it. Jasper County lighting its brush pile Monday morning, burning up what has been picked up already, and making more space for piles yet to be dropped off.
And I think this is what Iowa is about. It's about neighbors helping neighbors and strangers helping strangers.
Jasper County opened this plot of land for people that live in unincorporated parts of the county, so they have a place to drop off tree limbs, or in some cases, entire trees. As with many Iowans, Jasper County Supervisor Brandon Talsma says it's hard to grasp just how much damage has been done.
It literally looks like a tornado went through the entire middle swath of Iowa. I mean, this is the economic repercussions from this, I don't think are really going to be understood for quite some time. I think it's going to be a while. A lot of people's livelihoods just got blown away in a 20-minute time span. It's just gone.
Many making several trips to the dump site already.
It's crazy, isn't it?
With several more to go.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything this bad. It's pretty breathtaking.
If you're in Jasper County and need help, call the Jasper County Emergency Operations Center at 641-521-2034.
I know people are tired, but I think we just need to keep pulling together and keep pushing through this. And I mean, we're Iowa, we'll get through it.
For information on how you can help, head on over to our website, weareiowa.com. Reporting in Jasper County, Rachel Droz, Local 5 News, We Are Iowa.
Talsma also wanted to relay a message of thanks to members of the public that have dropped off snacks and drinks to crews who are cleaning up. Meanwhile, 1 week after the derecho, more than 68,000 people in Iowa are without power. That is as of last hour. Nearly all Mid-American customers now have power in the metro, save for a few hundred between Bondurant and Baxter. Alliant Energy, meanwhile, has tens of thousands of customers without power. The majority of them are in the Cedar Rapids area. Marshalltown officials are still working to assess the severity of their city's widespread damage. On the north side of the town, the Riverside Cemetery was especially hard hit following Monday's derecho. Trees were snapped, markers and monuments were toppled, and there are even exposed vaults. Cleanup crews are now working 13 hours a day, 7 days a week to restore the cemetery. It's a process that could take weeks. What's even more staggering about all of the damage is that the cemetery was largely spared in the 2018 tornado.
All I could think back then was how horrible it would have been if that had come through here. Well, it might have, I mean, it basically did. It wasn't a tornado, but the destruction is just dumbfounding.
Cemetery leaders say they'll work to fix as many of the grave markers as possible, but the monuments will require a lot more detailed repair. It's a responsibility that falls on the family who owns the plot of land. Coming up tonight at 6, we speak with one person who now finds themselves in that difficult situation. Recovery efforts can take a toll on your mental health. Capstone Behavioral Healthcare says it's open after losing power in Newton and internet in Grinnell, both due to the storm. They offer mental health and psychiatric services for anyone who needs them. Also in Grinnell, Relish is serving hot meals to anyone still without power or are simply too tired from recovery efforts to get groceries or to cook. Their Facebook page says they'll still serve you this evening and tomorrow evening. Just stop by their patio. And if you're looking for ways to help Iowans recovering from last Monday's derecho, text the word HELP to the number there on your screen. We'll give you a list of ways you can help those still in need.